What do you know about the meat you eat?
How much meat do we eat in New York City?
Where does it come from?
And where does it go?
Let's find out! The average American eats over 150 pounds of meat each year.
New Yorkers eat 550 million pounds of beef,
410 million pounds of pork,
and 533 million pounds of chicken.
Do we raise all this meat in the United States?
What countries does it come from?
Where does it go once it gets to New York City?
Who has access to this meat?
And who eats it? We set out to find the answers.
Annually, New Yorkers consume approximately 1.5 million cows, 2.7 million pigs, and 38 million chickens.
Where does the United States get its meat from? From all over the world. Canada was the top source. Australia, as well as New Zealand, also account for a substantial amount. Little old Denmark was the second largest source of foreign pork. Cumulatively, imported meat occupied a 3.79% share of total. Foreign meat share of total has decreased. This trend is likely to continue. World turning.
How much meat do your diner use per week?
250 pounds.
Where do you normally get your meat from?
From the meat market in Bronx.
In the Bronx?
Yeah.
Hunts Point?
Yeah.
And what's people's favorite thing to order?
We usually come.
Cosmos hamburgers, delicious. One bite.
Oh my god,
I love Cosmos!
My meats comes from the Bronx meat market,
At Hunts Point?
Hunts Point, and I have my butcher, which he brings me all the meats that I need. About 10 cases of hamburgers weekly, and I do about 60 pounds of roast beef, 2 pieces. Every couple of days I cook one. I do about 2 cases of chickens. That's a large cases. I can't tell you the pounds. Right now it should be about 75 pounds each case. Then we have about corned beefs. We do about 3 times 22 pounds each.
Who eats this meat? Where do they live? How much money do they have? Where do they get it from? Does everyone have access to meat? Americans' food budgets range between $3,300 and $1,900. For the rich, this is 7% of their yearly income, and for the poor, it is 21%. In New York City, food prices are 8% higher than the national average. At a local New York City supermarket, beef is approximately $5 per pound. Chicken is roughly $1.30 per pound, and pork is around $2.50 per pound. With a meat budget of $171 a year, a New Yorker can buy less than 1/10 a pound of beef per day, a little more than 1/3 a pound of chicken, or approximately 1/15 pounds of pork. In the United States, most people consume 1/4 a pound of meat per day. In New York City, food accessibility is determined by the location of restaurants, supermarkets, and emergency food providers. As you can see in the following maps, a lot of restaurants and supermarkets are located in rich neighborhoods, and a lot of emergency food providers are located in poor neighborhoods, such as Jamaica, Queens, Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, and Harlem, Manhattan. The biggest supermarkets which can sell the cheapest meat are located in the richest areas. Emergency food providers are organizations such as soup kitchens or food pantries that provide free food to hungry New Yorkers. Over 80% of emergency food providers are religious organizations. In New York State, the two largest coalitions of emergency food providers are the New York City Coalition Against Hunger and the Food Bank of New York City. Combined, they serve more than 1 million pounds of meat each year.